What is exciting about the Rhonda Allison 2013 Signature Facial? Well, this year it is all about moist, healthy skin. A skin workout is about breaking down and rebuilding the skin back up. With our antioxidant ExFusion facial, we exfoliate skin for a brilliant luster, while antioxidants infuse skin to strengthen, nourish, and protect skin cells. Skin will sparkle and feel instantly firmer as important peptides and antioxidants tone skin, providing soothingly cool relief from free radical damage. The perfect facial for clients who want a quick polish and glow.
We are about to begin our EX-Fusion facial, and Amanda is going to be doing this beautiful treatment today. She's starting the process with our most popular signature cleanser, the pumpkin cleanser. You can see that she is applying this to the skin evenly, emulsifying the cleanser all over the skin and doing a wonderful effleurage stroke to work the cleanser into the tissue. Notice how Amanda has moistened her fingertips as she is beginning to emulsify the cleanser more, adding that moisture to create a foam. Working the important nutrients of our cleanser into the skin creates a very deep pore cleanse with the benefits of the lactic acid and the pumpkin enzyme. Cleansing is the most essential part of a skin treatment. This begins to prepare the skin for whatever you're going to be using in the following steps. So we really stress cleansing a lot at Rhonda Allison. We like to have that very thorough, clean palette to work from as we move through the treatment. So spend several minutes doing this. Don't cut your time too short. Let the wonderful actives of this cleanser work deeply for you. Now, Amanda is going to begin to remove the cleanser. She's going to show you how we fold our 4x4 gauze to make the removal technique easier and very thorough. She's moistened her gauze with warm water. Now she's beginning the removal using a firm pressure. Amanda was able to do a complete removal with one side of the gauze, and now you notice that she's flipping them over to continue to do the removal with the clean side of the gauze. That is so beautiful, and what a wonderful technique. You can see how the skin is already starting to glow. It is so important that you remove your cleansers thoroughly, and we recommend 2 to 3 complete rinses. Go back and feel the skin. Put your hands on the skin, your fingertips, and feel to see if you get any sense of a residue or any cleanser that may be left there. This also tells you how well you're doing, if the skin feels cleaner or smoother. Now that the cleanser has been completely removed, before you move on to the next step, it is important to be sure that the skin is completely dry. Sometimes when there's a lot of moisture left on the skin, you can use a little tissue to help remove the remaining moisture. Amanda's just laid a little tissue, folded it, and laid it across the skin to do so. So our skin preparation is done. And now what do we want to do? We are calling this our ANTIOX-idants. So the exfoliation is one of our key steps. Now that Amanda has the eye pads on, she's going to get our product ready, which for this step we're using our liquid enzyme peel. This is a key step for this treatment because it is going to help get the digestion and dissolving of the skin cells and that instant peeling that we want to see. So Amanda has poured a small amount of liquid enzyme peel into her glass beaker. Amanda is going to begin applying the liquid enzyme peel using our Rhonda Allison square brushes. We love to have these brushes in the treatment room because they really do such a fabulous job of holding the solution so well and offer such great control. She's putting the first layer of the liquid enzyme on the skin. Let me talk to you about the liquid enzyme for a minute and tell you some of the beautiful advantages and differences in this product. Liquid enzyme is unique because it is combined with the enzyme of the papaya and lactic acid. Then it has a little salicylic acid, but it is an acetic acid complex, and this little complex combined with the enzyme and these low-strength acids is what makes this solution so unique in its performance. So what happens as she's putting this on the skin? Well, the skin is beginning to take it in. The skin will begin to get slightly pink. Our client may begin to feel a little bit of a tingle, and so she is feeling that. Go ahead and say what you're feeling.
A little hot, but not like super hot, just a little hot.
I can see from here how her skin is beginning to get very pinkened. This is very normal with this particular enzyme. It's an active preparation, having those low-strength acids, but that's the beauty of this facial with this enzyme. It is not going to cause any residual peeling. In other words, once we do this facial today, she will be done with the peeling process, so we're not going to have to worry that later on her skin will dry up and she will peel some more. It is very important when you are doing your exfoliation step to take a very close look at the skin. The first layer that is on Sue's right now will be on the skin for 2 to 3 minutes. Amanda is just watching her and making sure that everything is looking good. If you saw something unusual, such as a rash, raised areas, unusual redness, or if she was extremely uncomfortable, then you would rinse the enzyme away. So Sue's looks great, and she's going to go on to the second step of applying the liquid enzyme with a 2x2 gauze this time. This will help to further work the enzyme into the skin and get a little deeper penetration. So your first layer was put on with a brush, your second layer is being put on with the gauze. You will see 2 different techniques here that you can use to apply your acids and your enzymes. Some nice firm pressure, very even, and the second step will be left on the skin for about 3 to 5 minutes. You determine your time by the type of skin that you are working on. Is this a very thick, photo-damaged skin? It can obviously take the enzyme a little longer. The skin is a little oilier, a little congested. Perhaps you could even leave it on longer. For a sensitive skin or a more fragile skin, just 3 minutes is going to be fine. Now it is time to remove our enzyme. This has been on Sue's for about a total of 6 minutes, and Amanda is using the 4x4 gauze again. Notice how she's folding them. Now she's going to begin a very thorough and complete removal with firm pressure. And as she takes this off, very often you will begin to see some of the surface cells of the stratum corneum bonded with the enzyme itself, beginning to roll up and lift off with the skin. You can get a very nice smooth and polishing of the skin immediately with this unique enzyme. You will see how pinkened the skin looks, but look how smooth and fresh it looks. So we've done a really good job of digesting that top layer there, the stratum corneum. And the skin is getting some good circulation, some increased circulation, which is very good for the skin. It gives some healthy oxygen and really gets things moving. Now that we have completed the first step of our exfoliation phase, Amanda is removing the eye pads. She's going to go over the eyes lightly with a wet, damp gauze, because when she does the second enzyme, she will actually go ahead and move in a little around that eye tissue area some, because this is an enzyme that can support that area. So just checking to make sure that the skin is very dry now, that there's no lingering moisture. Amanda will get the second phase of the exfoliation, which is the derma peel. Now this is also a very unique enzyme. So we've got 2 of our unusual formulas today working together hand in hand. The derma peel has an interesting texture and it goes on like a gel. It almost looks thick, like a Vaseline when you take it out. And then as she begins to work that into the skin, it will liquefy and become very watery. That is perfectly normal, and this is what you want, so don't think that there's anything wrong with the product. Now this is an interesting formula, like I said. It has aloe vera in it as one of the main actives, which provides a very good healing support to the skin tissue, and it is soothing. It also has hyaluronic acid as the humectant, but then it gets into some serious support with the papain, which is papaya, and that is our enzyme. So as Amanda is working this in, this we call a massaging or gommage type enzyme, because it does require that you continue to massage and work it into the tissue. The Dermapeel is an all-purpose enzyme. It is good for so many skin types. You can use it on almost literally all skins. It doesn't have antibacterial properties, so it may not be the first choice for your more impure acne skins, of course, but it really works beautifully for so many skins and through so many phases of your facial. As Amanda is working this in, what her goal is, what she's trying to achieve, is an exfoliation or a granular aspect to the gommage that forms as it takes hold of the cells of the stratum corneum. The reason that we are doing this second exfoliation after the liquid enzyme peel is to pick up any of those loosened cells that didn't fully digest or lift away when we were doing the first step. I can see from here the granules have now formed, and it has now become more of a little scrub on the skin, very gentle, but you can see it is helping to bond with the protein of the skin to form those granules. This is one of the few enzymes that you can go right around the lips with. They get very dry and could use some smoothing. You can do this around the eye tissue and under the eyes, and this makes for a very good eye treatment. Now that Amanda has achieved the exfoliation she was going for, remember that we started out as a gel, liquefied to a moisture, and then worked it into the skin. It formed the granules. The enzyme has done its job, and she's preparing to remove it from the skin, again using the 4x4 gauze that are moistened with warm water. Notice Amanda's technique as she is removing the enzyme. She's very thorough. She's using firm pressure, and she's making sure that she's removing all of the enzyme as well as any of the loosened skin cells. Amanda is going to do a final assessment before she begins her nourishment step, just to see how the skin is looking. From here, I can see just how lovely Suze's skin is. It is so stimulated, looking very smooth and hydrated and soft. Now for the oohs and ahs. We are going to infuse the skin with some wonderful nourishment. We've chosen for this particular treatment to infuse the skin with our C-peptide complex, antioxidant complex serum, and our grapeseed hydrating serum. Yum! They are all fabulous on their own, but when you put them together, you have a real powerhouse. Now the C-peptide complex has all-important L-ascorbic acid or vitamin C, partnered with peptides that add firming and toning to the skin. The antioxidant complex serum is loaded with good antioxidant support and even additional peptide support. This is very hydrating. The grapeseed hydrating serum offers all of the antioxidant support that you could ever need, along with the grapeseed extract. And now Amanda will give a lovely facial massage, working all of these nutrients into the skin. So, as I said, our EXFusion treatment is really all about exfoliating the skin enough to allow it to drink in those all-important antioxidants. Amanda is going to begin the masking step using our grapeseed parfait mask. This is one of our most popular masks. It is buttery and loaded with antioxidant value. It's got the mulled wine and grapeseed extract. It feels heavenly going onto the skin and is so soothing and cooling. She's putting this right over those wonderful cocktailed serums, and now she will leave the mask on for about 10 minutes. In addition to the antioxidants that are in the grapeseed parfait mask, I want to point out that it also contains resveratrol. That, of course, is an antioxidant, but I do think that it's worth mentioning specifically because it's such a popular ingredient that is talked about so much more today. The other thing that we love about this mask is that it just smells so wonderful. It has such an amazing scent that is so natural, very organic smelling, and clients are very soothed by it. Amanda has applied the mask very evenly with our square brush. It looks really nice. And now she's going to make sure that she addresses the lips, and she's even going to put a little additional support on the eye tissue with our omega-6. This is a good topical to use on lips and eyes when you're doing your mask. It's also a great massaging formula because it has linoleic and oleic acids, which are very hydrating. She's just going to put a little on the tops and bottoms of the lips and apply it to the eye area. Amanda is now applying some heated cotton eye pads to the eye area. This will help seal in the omega-6 essential fatty acids that she has applied and also help protect the eyes as she gets ready to do the next step, which is our icing step. This is a nice step to do when you're working from hot to cold. The skin really loves the sensations of cold and then heat, so we're going to begin the icing in a moment as she gets the 4x4 gauze ready. I really recommend you having a bowl of ice water ready in the treatment room to keep your ice globes chilled. Besides just feeling really good, clients love the sensation, especially when you're working it around the temples and the forehead area. It does really help with discomfort, headaches, and sinuses, and helps to bring about oxygen in the skin. It helps to tone the skin. If you have done extractions, it can really help to reduce the inflammation. Ice globes are just a lovely addition to any treatment. After the icing, Amanda is going to apply a heated compress. You notice as Amanda is applying the hot towel wrap, she's paying close attention to how she places it on the face. It is very important that you leave the opening for the nose, and you should even ask if a client is claustrophobic or not. They may want you to leave the mouth area open as well. This compress can be on the skin for up to 10 minutes. This is the perfect time to give your client some additional nurturing by doing an upper body, neck, and shoulder massage. So Amanda is going to use our omega-6 along with the Exotica rhodiola. Exotica rhodiola is one of our luxury body lotions and has very similar properties and ingredients as our Exotica rhodiola face moisturizer. The reason we're mixing it with the omega-6 is that we want to have a little slip on the skin so that you can continue to have that nice creamy massage and move your hands freely over the skin. The Exotica rhodiola is designed to absorb quickly, so the omega-6 helps you to have that extra slip. Amanda is going to remove the mask, so she's taking off the heated towel compress. She will remove the gauze and use it to remove the remainder of the mask. Now we will see how soft and dewy the eye tissue is. The grapeseed parfait mask does have dimethicone, and so it can leave a slight film. Be sure that you remove this very thoroughly. It may require 2 rinses. The dimethicone is important in this. It really helps to set the mask and helps to hold and seal in the nutrients. This is the second rinse. It's very normal to have 2 or 3 rinses. Do what you need to do to have everything completely removed from the skin. Great removal, Amanda. Her skin looks very nice. Now she's going to do some of the finishing touches. First, she's putting a little more antioxidant complex serum on. This feels so good going on the skin. It's just a beautiful liquid essence that is so elegant and yummy on the skin. But it is also a good serum to use at the end of a treatment because it really coats the skin with a base of antioxidants. So when they go out in those elements, they have extra support. You notice that she just laid it onto the skin, not a lot of massaging. And we do not want to forget the eyes, so Amanda's going to put a little bit of our eye revitalizer on the eye tissue. Now this is a wonderful finishing eye serum. It has the acetyl hexapeptide 3, which is one of our wrinkle relaxing peptides. It has this Botox-like effect on the eye tissue, and some wonderful plant extracts for nourishment and hydration. It leaves the eyes feeling very toned and firmed. And voila! Our last step is protection. She's going to use the EZ Protection Cream today, which has the equivalency of about an SPF 18. Although this is not true SPF sunscreen, it has all of the components for that, and it has some wonderful active ingredients that gives the skin great protection. Primarily the zinc oxide. It has a great blend of this bioactive antioxidant compound that comes from turmeric. That is a key factor in the EZ Protection Cream. The skin looks lovely, dewy, soft, and glowing. Just what we want going into 2013. Thank you, and I hope you'll consider adding our ANTIOX-ExFusion signature treatment to your spa menu.